Hello there! This is your friend Robato, and once again, I am here now to give you my list for this year's Miss Universe pageant. This list consists of my top 10. Okay, let's limit it to top 10. No, I'm gonna give you my top 21. This time it's a little bit casual. Unlike before that it's been very formal or a bit serious, this time it's casual. Because I'm in the Philippines and I just couldn't concentrate on it. My mind is occupied and preoccupied with a lot of things lately, and yet you just can't ignore Miss Universe power. You just can't ignore the impact of Miss Universe in my life or in our lives. This is the World Cup in the pageant world, and it deserves a special time for us to talk about it, to give our choices, to announce it to the whole world, or to the universe rather. Ganon. So, let's start with my analysis on our bet, or the Philippines bet to Miss Universe Rabiya Mateo. Undoubtedly, she is one of the prettiest faces of this year's batch. But I'm also a bit disappointed, maybe because Rabiya represents a powerhouse country in beauty pageants. But, let's go straight forward. I'm a bit disappointed with her performance in the gown competition and with the styling as well. Kung bakit may mga kinakailangan pa mga ipit-ipitology sa kanyang hair. So, what were they thinking? Rabiya is surrounded by the greatest pageant coaches. I think so. In the Philippines, she is surrounded by great stylists, by great passerella trainers, by a great organization, Miss Universe Philippines. And this is what was given to us. You just didn't sense that powerhouse tag. You just didn't feel the impact of the sash factor during that gown performance. We just can't blame Rabiya. Huwag na nating itsapuera yung katotohanan na sumusunod naman siya sa direksyong ibinibigay sa kanya. I don't think she would disagree with the styling and the gown that was being offered to her. Knowing her character, who is trusting, who is down to earth, who is, more than willing to undergo training and etc. So I don't think that for when. Meron, eh? Meron? Ballpen? Okay. Ayun. Thank you. I don't even have a pen here. I just couldn't remember where I placed it. So yan, nasa na tayo? Yun! Iba, hindi siya yung tipong makikipagtalo pa because naniniwala siya na ibinibigay sa kanya yung the best. At sinong hindi papabor dito, sinong magdi-disagree dito, because we know those individuals. From Shamsi to Jonas to the other trainers around her. Diba? High caliber individuals, pageant professionals, great coaches. And that's what we saw during the gown competition. So I think pagdating dun sa gown, it's not basically Rabiya's fault. It is what was being offered to her, and she just displayed it. Now, wala nang makaka-question pa sa kanyang charisma, sa kanyang kakaibang ganda. She's really beautiful, pero hindi siya makakilos sa kanyang gown. Why do you always insist on gowns like this? Diba? Bakit laging pabor tayo sa mga mabibigat na mga kasuotan? Sometimes it's not just all about fabric. It's all about the sequence. It's all about the price of the gown. It's not all about those artistic input that we have, extended to making it. But sometimes, it's the comfort that it gives to the candidate. How well she would carry it sometimes depends on, on how light or how heavy it is. I think in pageants, I think the lighter, the better. Yeah. And kahit naman light ang gown, but you could still make it superb, in design, in the fabric, the sequins, the creativity, and so on and so forth. Hindi ba ka? So, mas makakakilos ang bonggang-bongga kandidata. Hindi yung lagi na lamang kulapol o lagi na lang heavily burdened ang kandidata ninyo. That's for me. That's for me. But I think Rabiya has done her best. And it's just, how she receives all this advice and ideas na ibinibigay sa kanya ng mga tao na kapalibot sa kanya na minsan yun nagpapabigat sa kanya. Nagpapabigat ng performance. And she looked dry in that hair. If you think that's one great style when you wear an evening gown, then it's up to you. But for me, it's personal preferences. For me, it's a failure. Now, para maiba naman tayo, mas maganda yung kanyang performance sa swimsuit competition. And I'm sure each and every one of you would agree to that. She was more confident there. Pero, ang laging nami-miss, hindi lang yan, napapansin ko rin sa mga candidates natin, not all, pero ilan sa kanila, na paspas, alam mo yun, okay, you walk as fast as you can. Mag-turn ka ng 10, 15 or 20 kung kaya mo go. Pero pagdating sa front, that's the right position to kill your enemies. Diba? So bakit hindi natin magawa yung ginawa ng iba? Hindi yung pag ganun mo is baling na uli and then go as fast as you enter the front stage. Na parang nagmamadali. Feel ko naman sa ginagawa ng iba is walang masyadong restrictions sa time. Diba? So what's lacking there is control. You have to take your time. You have to pause in front of the stage and magnetize all of them. Okay, thank you. Yung ganun, diba? Doon mong ibigay yung lahat. Diba? Yung final position as you face the judges. And then look at the audience with much pride and confidence. Yun ang kulang. Doon sa swimsuit na Rabiya, kung meron yun, she might top my list because nandun yung lambot ng katawan na malashamsi, andun yung ganda ng mukha, andun yung charisma, andun yung indayog na mapapasabay ka. Iba, ang lakas ang dating. Okay lahat, pati hair. Yun nga lang yung sa front. Every Philippine delegate or every Philippine candidate must be taught that na importante yung final position. Diba? Yung final look. Diba? Huwag mong baliwalain yung at least 5 seconds of mesmerizing not just the audience but the judges. Diba? Stay there and pause and kill them all. Diba? So, yun. Whatever. I still believe that Rabiya would make it to the top 21. No doubt about that. Kung di siya mapapasama sa top 21, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Ang pag-ingatan nila, pag nakapasok siya sa top 5, tapos babaguhin yung kanyang styling. Hindi pong gagalingan na period. She might be the next Sushmita Sen na bigla nalang bubulaga. I mean, she's a heavy favorite. But, unlike Sushmita before, na talagang nasa likod ng mga magagaling or ng frontrunners, Rabiya is one of the frontrunners of this year's batch. Pero, ang dami kasing sobrang malalakas. That's why, wala talaga magkasabing siya, nasa front. Well, I have my own favorites, but I don't think Rabiya is very much left behind. I think lang sila. Forward yung iba and then sa likod siya and then maybe siya naman yung forward, in different categories. I think each and every one of them has had moments in different categories. I think Rabiya shown during the opening. Rabiya had a great showing during the swimsuit. And I think she's given a disastrous performance during the gown. So, ibig sabihin, pwede pa rin siyang nandun. Now, who are my favorites? I liked Thailand. I liked the performance of Romania. I also liked South Africa. Nawala ang kinang ng Chile. Hindi masyadong bumongga ang Australia. Ang Mexico at Peru ay nananatiling bonggang-bongga. Philippines is one of the prettiest, as what I've stated a while ago. India is better compared to the previous candidates for the past 5 years maybe, or 10 from India. Yun, so, in short, I'm gonna give you my top 21. And, of course, included in this list is my top 10 and my top 5. Whatever happens, I love Philippines. But let's not bash those Filipinos who didn't like her something. Like the national costume. For example, Catriona Gray is being heavily bashed by a lot of Pinoys. We should not do that. Personal preferences, it doesn't mean that pati mga race, your flag is ginagamit para ilaban kay Catriona Gray. It's not about raising your flag. It's not about being Filipino. It's about your choice. Ikaw ba? Kasama ba sa top 3 or top 5 mo or top 6 mo ang costume ng Miss Philippines? Because sa akin, hindi. Pero, my support is 100%. Even if she doesn't make my top 5 this year, o sa aking list ng Miss Universe choices, don't get mad at me because dinedetermine ako lang o ito'y assessment lamang ng kung anong nakita ko na ibinigay niyang performance sa preliminary competitions at ilang puntos mula sa baka na naibigay niyang performance sa interview portion. Wala ako. Okay, so walang sisihan. We love Philippines, but if we don't include her or any Pinoy who does not include her in her top 3 or top 5 or what, it doesn't make me or it doesn't make him or her less of a Filipino. We all love Rabiya and we give our 100% support to her. Period. Now, here is my top 21 for this year's Miss Universe and my new Miss Universe. Good luck, Miss Philippines, and good luck to each and every one of us.